We got this goofy looking lizard, Tewini? I don't know how to pronounce it still. Versus a steam tank. What is this blasphemy? B.O.B, Bob the Builder. Known for doing all those lovely maps we play on. Those turn map packs, him and a few others. Sunshine and all the lovely team helping out doing that. Always appreciate those folks. But he's on the ladder today and he had a replay he wanted to show. And this is a very interesting replay up against another player. Apparently a well-known player from what I understand, or what he put on there when he sent in this replay. And what do we got here? Stegodons, a whole lot of sources, skinks, Teowin, Feral Cold Ones, spears, greatswords, the steam tank, the dreaded steam tank, with healing, and halberdiers, and I think we have volley guns? Yeah. It's a very back and forth map between artillery pieces and high profile pieces. And especially on a map like this. What is this, the Valley? Yeah, Death Valley or something like that. Stegodon's trying to pick at the Master Engineer here, and these blaster volley guns. And then we have Teowin and the rest of the other army of good old Bob here, trying to go claim both sides, forcing the Master Engineer to split off rather than trying to control the center with a giant force. The smart play, definitely. Knowing me, weaker player, I definitely would have went straight into the center and challenged everything, thinking I could take it on. But no, this is definitely ideal. I guess he expected the Master Engineer. I mean, being on the ladder, you always expected the worst of the worst to show up. Flock of Doom and the Cloak, which isn't too bad. Definitely like the Cloak here. Where's that Whistled? Something like that. I haven't used any of the other Beast Lore spells besides Flock of Doom, so it's actually hard to remember all those. It's been a while since I've seen Lizardmen here on the channel. What is this? Oh, it's the Master Engineer ability. The one where he pellets you with this bombardment. Man, remember when that was unlimited uses? Wasn't that a great idea? Tailwind's gonna get out of there. These sources are gonna be sent to the Shadow Realm here soon enough. Sacrificed as the Master Engineer makes his play. Over on the side. Saurus Spears coming in through the center, trying to deal with that. The Stegodons, not sure what they're doing. Maybe they're trying to get angles on the Hellblasters. I don't know. We're just gonna call them Earweird. We'll call him WD. WD down here playing the Empire. Not keeping his Hellblasters focused on the Stegodons, which is fair. Maybe he's trying to pick off Tailwind, which wouldn't be the worst idea. Although he's on a cold one, he's trying to get around here. The Stegodons are picking off the Hellblasters, and here comes that Life Caster. I mean, if you're gonna have a steam tank, you have to have Light Caster. It makes no sense not to. The fact that it's so good defensively, causes terror, shoots. Actually decent when charging in too. And Teowin is just, I don't know what exactly he's supposed to be doing besides blasting Flock of Doom and maybe just, I don't know. I really don't. I don't really understand the choice for Teowin besides Flock of Doom. Flock of Doom, actually, you can get some nasty value with Flock of Doom if you can do some nice big pile-ins. I've gotten like 3,500 consistently with Teowin Flock of Doom. At least in that range, like 2,000 upwards easily. Look at these beautiful charges from the Knights and the Cold Ones here. Cold Ones are cheap, effective. Probably going to be able to take on most of these Knights here. That's the beauty of playing the Lizardmen. You got some cheap anti-cav, armor-piercing dinos. But that steam tank is still going to be a problem. And that's where the Stegodons come in. But the Stegodons can't focus on both Master Engineer, who's getting healed. The Hellblaster volley guns actually got destroyed in that charge, thank goodness. Saurus is forgotten on the side over here. A little bit of a scrap over here in the center, though. Tailwind on the side here. He probably should be spamming those Flockadoons, but he also wants to be out of range of those volley guns, so I don't blame him for standing far back. He's not a steam tank and he's got no healing. Although I would like him to be close enough where he can give the bonuses in that area of effect, which would be nice for his source of spears and all that goodness. What is it? 20 ward save, I want to say? When he casts a spell for a couple seconds? Yeah, I think that's what it is. I think it's that and some leadership. It's been a while. It's been too long since I've seen these lizard boys. Another blast onto the javelins, and he's gonna get the sword of spears. A little bit of a slip up here from Bob. Yeah, I know WD loving that. Did fantastic damage to the skinks, and some decent damage into those spears. And looking at it, Bob's not looking too good on objectives, points, and even value. Heck, I think WD should be looking pretty solid on value too, probably even more with the healing involved. And yeah, watching the replay before recording, I was thinking, wow, Bob is just in it to lose right now, but those Stegodons, though, still alive, still doing damage. Another Hell Blaster volley gun that needs to be taken care of. Maybe try to slip in those Feral Cold ones, or what are those? Oh, these are horned ones. Interesting, from what I can see. There you go, skinks. Cohorts of Sotek, unbreakable, armor piercing, great for dealing with steam tanks and great swords and all this other stuff. Maybe not great, but definitely better than anything else. And that steam tank is taking quite the beating from those Stegodons. Staying in sustained combat instead of cycle charging. Probably should go up in the woods just so it doesn't get shot down and maybe pick up some heals on the way. Do counter charges in the back line, but those horned ones are getting in there, ready to take on those guns. No problem. And WD's desperately trying to do everything he can to stop them. But Bob isn't having it. He's going to charge those boys into him. Aren't horned ones like, what, 1,000 value? Yeah, pretty expensive. 1,000, maybe... No, I think they are 1,000. Maybe 850. I might be confusing them. There's so many different horned ones, or like cold one variation in the Cav roster of the Lizardmen. It's very strange. It's hard to remember for me since I don't play them often enough. You know I love my Chaos, but I love these dinosaurs. Oh, every time I see these Raptor Riders, always makes me think of that animated show Primal. Such a fantastic show. Recommend anyone go watch it. And it looks like Bob has flipped the center though, and just in time. Well, I wouldn't say just in time, but in time enough so he doesn't need a triple cap. Even trying to get on these Hellblaster volleys, not bad. Not bad at all, forcing a lot of the resources to go on top of those horned ones. Very well done. Tailwind is back on the center. Steam tank nowhere in sight. Or no, he's in the woods trying to get healed. And he's almost healing capped. Wow. Another set of horned ones coming in to deal with these knights, as the Stegodon needs to deal with these boys. Stegodons are 1,000 apiece, I think. Maybe 1,250? Not sure. Can't remember at the moment. Definitely somewhere in that range. And they are just tearing these knights apart. Over here, though, you got Empire Knights, maybe some... Where are those? Knights of the Black Rose. All these trying to throw themselves on top of the objective. But with skinks and sword spears here, although they are pretty weak, he could possibly do it. And it looks like those horned ones did not take a good charge as they get blasted from the volley gun. Same thing with Tailwind over here. Tailwind does not want to get caught by those volley guns. Stegodon providing lovely, lovely terror, especially on these side objectives that are so close to the border. You definitely don't want your units to flee after getting terror routed on the sides over here on this map. Basically wasting value. And here comes the volleys. Hopefully, maybe. Just waiting for it. I want to hear the artillery go boom. Anytime now. I guess not. I guess we can move on. Tailwind needs to be careful. He needs to get out of there. Otherwise, Tailwind's going to end up looking like the steam tank pretty soon. Good shots from the steam tank. That damn blast is so obnoxious. Stegodon still focused on the target they need to be focused on. That Master Engineer forcing him to get out of here. Handgunners on the side here. Skink hordes with jabs. coming down on the side. I mean, they're cheap enough. What are they? What? 325, 425, 450, somewhere around that range. Cheap enough to keep them off. And here is where the Flock of Doom shines. Big blob fight right here. Even though it wasn't overcasted, it's definitely worth casting. And then comes the Stegodon with its terror route. Could just charge in and cause nothing but trouble. Really do some damage. Forcing 2 of these units off the objective with that terror. Leaving just, what, Empire Knights, Knights of the Black Rose. Source Warriors with shields coming in. Tailwind. I would like to see him get in here, but... yeah, with the squishy lord like that, and already taking so much damage, I think it's better to just have him not engage. Here we go. Pharaoh Cold One's coming in to charge into... what is it? More spears? Halberds? No, spears. And the javelins trying to get in there as well. It's looking pretty dicey. Yeah, Bob does need a triple cap at this point. In about 250 seconds, he'll win WD. And Bob, on the other hand, needs, well, he needs 1,000 seconds. Oh no, he's got double, so he needs 500. 500 to 500, actually. So it's pretty close. But it can flip anytime. That steam tank, though, needs to get out of here. And that engineer is still somehow alive. He's somehow alive, and he's putting shots into Tailwind, who needs to get out of there. Nice shot right there. I mean, not the greatest, but not the worst. It's still a nice shot, in my opinion. Could have actually forced him off the battlefield. Tailwind was so ready to die at that point. Horned One's still in there, healing coming in, keeping those knights nice and healthy. Empire Knights trying to just throw themselves on any unit, forcing them to get off the objective. I actually would have liked to have they charged into those skinks. Steam tank as well. There he goes. Stegodon's out of ammunition, has to get engaged. Master Engineer at 400! Oh, the balls on WD here. Throwing his Master Engineer in there. He's retaking the center. Yeah, he's retaking the center. The side, though, he's gonna lose to Bob. Bob playing this very well. Very cagey. Knowing when and where to take. And the units here are fast enough to get away from a lot of these units. The only ones that would keep over the Knights. The Knights 1-2 fantastic in dealing with Stegodons. Backed up by Sword Spears as well. Tailwind, yep, gonna go hide him in the woods so he doesn't have to deal with anything. He's probably out of Winds of Magic at this point. Although some Flock of Dooms here. Look at all these units in the center. Flock of Dooms would have been fantastic here. So weak. So many units are so weak and beaten down. And there goes the healing too. Oh, these Stegodons are so good though. Not the greatest, but not the worst. Especially with all those rank ups from dealing damage. Look at that, 3,500 on one Stegodon. That must have been on Volley Gun and the Master Engineer alone. And that's not including all the terror routing these things have done. I've been really impressed with these. I need to start bringing these boys. After they use all their ammunition, they just go in and terror out everything. Well worth the value, in my opinion. Especially if you know you're going to fight a large target like the Master Engineer or some terror-causing monster. Fantastic. Oh, look at that. Beautiful charge there. That Steg. Yeah, it's looking like it's going to be close. No. Not too bad, not too great. Another volley gun being summoned. Maybe handgunners. We'll see. Surprised he hasn't summoned in any Outriders to come deal with the Sauruses. I mean, Pharaoh Cold Ones are obnoxious, and I think that's just the problem with Empire. They just don't have a great way to deal with the Pharaoh Cold Ones or the Horned Ones besides overwhelming them with other knights. At least for the price point, you can't summon in Demigriff Knights with halberds because they're too damn expensive and too easy to blow up with any spell. So you don't want to do that. The Pharaoh Cold Ones could just overwhelm them with just the sheer numbers and cheapness. By the time you get the Griffin Knights, you got what, 3 or 4, damn near 4 of the Pharaoh Cold Ones? Yeah, probably not the best idea. Yeah, that Hellblaster volley gun tearing in there. And are we looking at a triple cap soon? Yes, we are. Everything here is being terror routed in the center. The Knights don't know where they want to go. Stegodons are still running here. We got Horned Ones and Pharaoh Cold Ones cleaning up these Knights, and Yeah, great swords. Yeah, that's gonna be cleaned up. One unit on the side over here. Knights, Empire Knights, I want to assume. Yep, Empire Knights going to the side, trying to pick up these skinks. Hopefully to stay in this game. The center is pretty much all but done. Yeah, don't underestimate the value of terror, folks. Man, that was close. But yeah, it's going to be GG from here. I don't see how WD can come back. Tailwind even comes out of the woods to come deal with that. There's sources all over the place. Horn wants to clean up. Feral Cold wants to support. And even the Stegodons are still alive to provide terror. So yeah, GG's. Thank you, Bob, for that replay. That was very, very tactical, very interesting. Definitely worth showing. Especially with those Stegodons. This makes me want to go play Lizardmen now. Because they kind of play like Warriors of Chaos when you have these expensive, long-lasting Source Warriors. And you got these Stegodons, which are so insane. I love Lizardmen Monsters roster. They're so... I just love dinosaurs. I'm a simple man. I see dinosaur and I like, and I love them. Oh, man. And GG's to DW, you were such a bastard with that Master Engineer. Ugh. Usually see that thing get like 5,000 to 6,000 value. Wouldn't be surprised if it did it here too. Because it wasn't a bad build at all. It's so obnoxious sometimes. Alright folks, we're closing in here on the end of the video. If you liked it, please like and sub. We're on the road to 2,000. Come see me on the stream. Come play against me or any of the other players. Definitely enjoy whether it's 1v1s or 2v2s or whatever it is. And you do all that by joining the Discord down in the description. Alright folks, with all that said, I hope you guys have a good one. Peace, and goodbye for now.